once again, people, and welcome to the Quake Aftershock Standalone Levels. Well, we finally made it here, people. It's been a long and epic journey, filled with lots of random stuff, including a random giant thread editor thing or whatever. But we're here. We made it. And so now it's time to start checking out some thread-based levels. Well, what am I saying? Thread-based levels. We're going to be checking out, like, any custom levels really made on the internet. Kinda, I guess you could say. Basically, the idea what I'm talking about here is there are a lot of Quake levels on the internet. And so we have to cover a bunch of different stuff, kind of like we covered a bunch of stuff with Doom, except it's a lot more interesting for me. So yeah, there is that. So let's see here. The most interesting thing to talk about today is the fact that we're going to be checking out a level for Quake that is apparently called Deep Flick is showing now. Yes, it's a pretty weird name to say, but yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, I guess I should talk about what exactly this is. This is the first standalone level we're going to be bothering with, and there's a bunch of different standalone levels to check out. A lot of them are going to be multiplayer, but there are some single-player based levels. This is actually one of the single-player based levels in the pack, so that's kind of convenient. We get to shoot some stuff this time. And other than that, it's pretty much just a big hodgepodge of different random garbage all thrown together in one pack. We'll just kind of, I'm going to try and go at like a chronological way, I guess you could say. Even though really there's no real chronological thing, it's just kind of going by a date modified and hoping that's kind of close. Because that's all I kind of have to work with. So yeah. Anyway, this really is like the first one on the list, but there's also like all the DMAS levels, which we really don't care about because we already checked them out. So yeah, now we're kind of getting to all the other random stuff. And as I pretty much already said, this is all stuff that was basically taken off the internet. Anything that was kind of ripped and, like taken. Not sure if they were like given credit or whatnot. But this is going to be a weird format. This is going to be very, very strange because what we basically got to do is read a TXT file that may or may not exist. It totally depends on what level you're checking out, but some have README, some do not. It's very, very unstable. And it's a very weird way to connect everything. The loader doesn't actually show any of the TXT files, so I have to read it here before we bother with using the actual loader, and then we'll check out the level itself. Yeah, it's honestly a weird, clunky way to do it, but it's there, it's a thing, we shall check it out. Anyway, Deep Flick is showing now, made by Jack Vermeulen of Sensor-Based Systems Incorporated. This was a level made using Deep 95, using theater as a motto. Not sure what theater is about. But I believe what he's actually referring to, well, let's actually talk about a couple things here. First of all, Deep 95. That's some weird editor or something like that. I'm not really sure what editor that's about. The only time I think I've ever heard about Deep 95 is as an editor that's basically like a weird hodgepodge of different stuff. It's like a editor that can kind of do stuff for maybe Duke 3D and other editor things at the time. It can somehow do Quake as well. It's a really weird one. But Jack Vermeulen is he basically names all his levels with Deep in the title. There's going to be more than one level involving him, and yeah, they pretty much all have Deep in their title, and they're all made with Deep 95. So I'm not sure if this was something he really bothered with or what. This is a really hard to find detail. Is Deep 95. There's very little info on the internet about this thing. So yeah. Anyway, theater, that's a very abstract thing to mention and say, theater. Honestly, what I think he's talking about here is Duke 3D. He's talking about the theater of Duke 3D. Yeah, basically E1M1 of Duke Nukem 3D. So yeah, we're going to be playing some Duke Nukem 3D by Quake. Yeah. Even though he doesn't say it anywhere. I think he was trying to avoid copyright infringement or something like that, so he didn't say anything. But that's basically what he's trying to basically say, if I'm correct. It's made for deathmatch, but also single play. Made while testing out code. I'm assuming he means for like Deep 95. Like I said, honestly, this is like so old and so obscure that like good luck trying to find any info on the internet about it. There's like very, very little. um, so yeah, basically it's giving credits for QBSP, its software, all that. Also PC X2 WAD for easily making a texture PWAD. Okay. Kind of interested that he talks about that because we're just going to be using the Aftershock textures, but that's aside the point. So yeah, this basically was a level that's made for single player deathmatch, and that's pretty much about it. Yeah, it's about 16 hours, mostly in debugging Quake. Other than that, it really is just using DeeP and some conversion tools to make it work with Quake. So, there is one thing I should mention actually about Jack Vermeulen in general and his levels. He tends to make levels that have a bunch of stuff that falls out at the start. Yeah, like, he'll have weapons fall out at the start, ammo fall out at the start. There'll be a lot of random garbage or so that's, like, supposed to be in the level, but then falls out. Yeah, so kind of just get used to that. It's not something that's really going to affect the level. It'll make it a bit harder because we won't have the resources we should have. But at the end of the day, really, it's nothing that's going to affect us tremendously. It's not like a Doom item fell out of the map and now we can never get the Doom item. No, we can still get pretty much 100% completion. It's just certain things that should have been there to make our lives a little bit easier aren't. So we'll just have to take that into account and try and survive. Anyway, that's really all Jack Vermeulen has to say, so let's actually load up this level. Okay, so this is pretty much what you're going to have to be seeing every time. Actually, you're not really able to see much of anything right now at the moment. But, yeah. That's strange. Why aren't you able to see anything? Is that intentional, that you're not able to see anything until I actually do something? Who knows? I'll actually just get to main area. Okay, there we are. Yeah, basically what needs to happen here is you need to enter, like, the drive letter, your CD-ROM. You're going to have to, like, do this every single time we do, like, Aftershock. Yeah, because, like, basically in order for the loader to work, it needs to detect the Aftershock for Quake CD-ROM drive. And for some reason, it never seems to just, like, be happy with it and be like, I recognize where it is. No, it keeps freaking out and constantly saying, no, it's not working, so you have to do this every single time. Not exactly the nicest of things, but it's there. Anyway, here's the Aftershock loader. For some reason, it's not really working on your screen at all. Wow. Look at that, it's like weird and cut out. Oh, there we are. I had to move my mouse for it to see fully. Okay. Well, as you see here, this is basically all the registered levels. These are all like the official levels of the game. So we get the Quake start map, and oh my god, it goes really, really fast. And it goes down to the nameless city. Actually, where's the end map? Where's Shub-Niggurath's pit, people? I don't think Shub-Niggurath's pit's here. I honestly don't know how, like... Oh, use the arrow keys to kind of do it normal. Okay, so let's see here. Where is Shub-Niggurath's pit? If I want to go to Shub-Niggurath's pit, I'd be pretty doomed right now, people. We have the Quake start map, but we don't have Shub-Niggurath's pit. And some of the names are a little bit weird, like it's Grizzly Grotto, not the Grizzly Grotto. Yes, you really just have to kind of ignore the name sometimes. You cut out the for whatever reason. So yeah, there we are. That's pretty much it. And then we have Aftershock levels, which does the exact same thing, but for Aftershock, except for the fact of the matter that we have a bunch of deathmatch levels thrown at the top. Conveniently said DM, except for King of the Castle, which was too big, and Gavin's Courtyard. But yeah. Look at that. There's all our levels. Wait a minute. Give it pie? That wasn't the final level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they only give us 12 of the levels. Where was the last one we did? Oh god, what was the name of that one? But it was the last one we did. I know what it looks like, but I forget its name. And it's... Yeah, this definitely isn't good for continuity, people. Like, if you wanted something that actually worked well, yeah, I wouldn't trust this thing as far as I could throw it for things actually being in here. And also, interesting thing is, there's some weird alternative names in here, like Finny. That is actually Enter a John level. Yeah, that's weird. And the Descent became the second one, the one that had the same redundant name as the first one, became Oh Well. Would that have been nice to know? But yeah, it suddenly changes its name randomly. And like I said, we don't even have like the last deathmatch level in this thing. It's like we only have 12 of the 13. You can click here and you get a big freaking readme. That's pretty much the same as a readme you can read normally. You can get all this info about Quake and all these secrets. Yeah, look at this. My God, do you really sit here and read all that? No, I sure don't. Okay, so as you see, really, all you can do is really click the level you want to play it. That's actually pretty bad if you're thinking, for deathmatch support. In fact, that's actually the thing I should mention. There is, like, no real normal deathmatch support for this thing. Really, you kind of, like, have to load up the level just by doing stuff. What am I saying? Like, you have to load up the level by, uh, how do I say? You load up the level by using, like, a batch file or something like that. It's really, really weird. But yeah. And also the thing I should mention is, these levels generally won't be made with Thread, because Thread wasn't actually released to the public at this time. It was actually, like, landlocked to, like, Head Games. Head Games, like, paid off, like, John Mavor, so that way he wouldn't release the pack. So he didn't actually do it or whatnot. He didn't actually, like, release it until after it had already been done, until, like, Aftershock had already been released. Whereupon, like, Dark Hour and Q2 rushed to basically create their own packs or so in a very, very short amount of time, as you saw. So yeah, it's basically how all that kind of went down. Anyway, where was I going? I was going to Flick, wasn't I? Yeah, a bunch of different names as you see. We're going to try and cover them all. We're going to start with Flick. There we are. Loaded up our batch file. Amazing. Total lack of music, people. Total lack of music. What skill is this? Is this normal skill? Skill is 3. Okay, so it did respect my choices as Quake. I basically set my auto exec, and because of that, it recognized everything. So already, we gotta kill 25 enemies. Now the best way is because a bunch of stuff fell through the level. As you kind of saw, bonus item fell out of the level. You can see that bunch. Isn't there already like page up and page down keys? Look at all those items. All that fell out. A lot of it was cells, a lot of it was shells, a lot of stuff fell out. So you kind of want to conserve ammo here using the yachts. That'll make your life a lot easier. There's no music, which kind of stinks, but yeah. Deep Flick is showing now. Not actually sure if this is inspired by Duke Nukem 3D. It's just the only thing I could think of that was inspired by anything that's a movie theater in '96. So, yeah. Kill these 2 grunts. That was easy enough. And now we can pick up some cells. I'm not even sure if there's actually a, cell pack or something around. Oh, God. We have a bunch of things trying to kill me now. Well, I play peekaboo with a bunch of enemies here. Peekaboo! Hotshot me over there. Hey, more! Hey, more! Hey, more! Everyone dead? Everyone is dead. Okay, so we have 3 doorways that lead to this main area. Filled with trash cans and all this beautiful stuff. And some weird flickering lights. Yeah, there's weird strobe lights here or something like that. This really makes me think it's like inspired by Duke Nukem 3D, because what but Duke Nukem 3D would have these weird flashy lights going everywhere. Like, look at that. That's definitely interesting. But yeah, not seeing anywhere in the actual Aftershock campaign thing, but seeing here. Anyway, so basically the trick is now that we want to conserve our quad damages to deal with certain enemies in the levels. If you think Shambler, you'd be pretty right. Yeah. Oh look, there's a freaking Shambler right there. Yeah, I probably should pick up a quad damage, you know? Just saying. Okay, quickly move. Gotta be gun-ho right now, people. We just gotta charge. Okay, get a nail gun. That's good. Nothing in here? Okay. That's it, but it's blocked! No! How does one get out of here? Hey, there's 2 torches here. Does this work? Nope. Ooh, door. Thought someone hit me from behind. I was going to say. Don't like it, this idea. Ah! So close and yet so far. That bloody Shambler had to take out most of my health. Then I had to play gun-ho over here. Probably shouldn't have been so reckless, you know? Okay, this is a bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, this is a bad idea, people. Face off against a Shambler. Full health. Let's go in here quickly. Health, 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 health. No health. Just a totally useless empty area. Well, that's done. Oh, of course I'd run right into that. Yeah, I keep doing pretty good, and then I keep running into something and dying. Amazing, right? We can do it, though! We shall persevere! Perseverance is key to our survival, you see. Oh, God. Grunts everywhere. Okay, so we want to kill all these grunts in this area. That's, of course, important. Because otherwise we die. Use some free health. It was pretty much said this area is totally useless. This is just pretty much a dark corridor that leads nowhere. And it's totally dark. Amazing, right? Totally useless dark area. Well, glad we wasted our time in there. Might as well get this free health. To here. There we are. A bunch of things dying. Okay, it's most of our enemies actually. Hurrah! Oh god, something's trying to kill me. But yeah, this is like a giant movie theater area. See a giant freaking window. You haven't noticed we're getting very low on shells, which is the reason why I said what I said earlier about conserving. But you see, we're kind of getting pretty pounded. Luckily, we only have 5 enemies to kill. So one of them is a Shambler. And here's the exit sign, even if it's like halfway buried in the wall. Totally blocked. This way actually is a totally dead end. It's like, honestly, I don't think there is a way out of this level, people. I don't think there is. I think it's just kill everything and kind of just do what you do level. That's what most of these standalone levels are going to be, by the way, people. Most of these levels are not going to have a level that's it. Anyway, what you want to do now is collect the second quad damage because you want to kill Shambler. Actually, there might be something on the left-hand side here. There's something over here that I care about? No. No rewards at all. But stinks, especially since we're getting some cells and can't use them. Okay, grab the quad damage and take out the Shambler. It's not simple enough. It's probably going to go horrible. Look at the random floating torches in the walls, people. Okay, he's dead. He's dead, people. He's dead, Jim! Dead, Jim! Oh yeah, and this is a totally useless run, by the way, people. There was, like, no purpose actually being in here. Yeah, just to kill a shambler. So, yeah, we went behind the movie screen and killed a shambler. Hooray! And we wasted a bunch of ammo in the process. But yeah, look at all the random floating torches. They're, like, totally unaligned to the walls. But after what we've seen with Thread, we're pretty used to why that would be the case, because there's no way to easily align stuff in Thread. Then again, this wasn't even made with Thread, this was made with that DeeP 95, which is some weird text editor or something like that, as far as I know. Now, the question is, where are we supposed to go now? That didn't exactly seem to help us out. But there's still enemies on the map. There's like 3 enemies still left. How do we get to the 3 enemies, people? Where are we supposed to go? Resist, which lowers, but that's totally useless to me. Did you say hit a random wall here and eventually it, like, lowers or so? It's like somewhere around here. There's like a wall here that leads up to, like, if you look over here, there's a staircase upstairs. We need to find a way over there. Oh wait, I think I just bumped into it. Yeah, see, it's like totally dark. You just have to like kind of know it's there or like bump into it in the right way and hear it open. But yeah, not the nicest of things at all. Oh god, there's a guy there. Open sesame? Okay. Hooray, a double-barreled shotgun. That'll be useful. It's kind of already out of ammo, mostly. You know, it'd be nice if there was a little bit of ammo here. But nope, just random useless alcove. What's this one lead to? Ring of Shadows. That's not that useful, actually, game. Well, I tried. What's upstairs? Quick, to the armor. Quick, to the second armor. There's 2 red armors in the same room, people. There we are. Just had enough ammo to kill everything with our Ring of Shadows. Yeah. And yeah, there's 2 red armors literally right next to each other. Why? I have no freaking clue. Does it make any sense at all that the 2 red armors in the map are in the same area? Nope. Like I said, no exit from the map, so this is pretty much where it ends. There was supposed to be a thunderbolt, but it fell through the map. There was supposed to be like more double-barreled shotgun ammo or shotgun ammo in general. It all fell through the map. Yeah, this is a pretty unstable map, honestly. You just kind of shoot things and hopefully they die. So yeah, hooray! And in case you're wondering, what about the very blatant exit doorway? What if I like fly past it? No, it's a fake exit. There's nothing behind it. That I've actually looked, I know for a fact that there's no way out of this freaking level. Yeah, you can pretty much trust me on like levels I've actually played, and until you get to the letter Q, anything past like the letter Q, I think it is, or is it the letter T actually? No, it's the letter T. Yeah, anything past like the letter T, well, anything before the letter T, should I say, I have played. So it's not a blind playthrough, therefore. We're kind of like in a stage where some stuff will be a blind playthrough, most of it will not. So as it stands, this level was not a blind playthrough. I knew this level, and as such, I can pretty much say, without a doubt, that I knew that there was no way out of the level. So yeah, it's probably based on Duke Nukem 3D. It has that weird movie screen thing, but yeah, no way to really, like, prove it. Honestly, there's not much info on this level, as I kind of said to begin with. Yeah. So, that pretty much is about it. It pretty much just comes down to a level that was made very, very early on in Quake's cycle. One of the very early levels of whatnot made that happened to be included with Aftershock because it was so early. And yeah, I don't really see much info on it, besides what we kind of got in the README here. So yeah, thank you very much all for watching. It has been an adventure, and I shall see you all next time for something that's probably a lot more pointless than this one was. See you all then.